Hi guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I am very sleepy right now. So if I don't seem like myself, if I don't look like myself right now, it's because I am very tired. I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time, but I always felt I'm not an expert, guys. That is the truth. I am not an expert. I am not an online shop expert, but I feel like I have learned so many things in the past couple of years that I want to share this stuff with you guys, because every now and then I receive emails from people like you asking me my shop experience. That sounds like I shop a lot, but I don't shop at all. Since I started this illustration adventure, I always wanted to have an online shop, because I don't know why, guys, but the idea of having an online shop always seemed quite like a freeing feeling, like I am the creator of my own products. In some way I love the idea of being an editor. I've always wanted to be the one directing or like choosing what to produce and what to design, what to illustrate. So the idea of having my online shop seemed amazing, such a freeing experience. The main mojo, the shop mojo, the online shop mojo, is that you will learn everything along the way. I mean, you can apply this to everything, not only to the online shop, but most of the stuff that you don't know right now, you will learn it along the way, like with time. For example, finding the perfect shipping price. I remember when I started, I had no idea how much to charge for shipping in general, like not only within the UK, but outside, abroad. For example, what I did is I went to my favorite online shops from other fellow illustrators, and I tried to make a sense of how much they were charging for shipping and for supplies in general, and then I made a number. So if you want to compare numbers with your other fellow illustrators, please do it. And also you can go to your local post office and they can tell you how much to charge. And also, for example, if you don't know what paper to use for printing your prints, or prices in general, or packing supplies, all of these things you're going to learn it along the way. And this is a great example, my friend. I remember, guys, guys, this is a very casual video apparently. When I started with my online shop, I had no idea which envelopes to use. And this is crazy. This was my first envelope ever. As you can see, is just a piece of paper folded, and there's some glue here. And this was it. This was the first envelope I used, and it was thanks to you and your amazing feedback that I started to improving my packing supplies, because packing is a very important part of having an online shop. And then I started to use these ones. I don't know if you can see, guys, but this is like a padded envelope. It has like bubble wrap inside. And even though it's a much nicer option than the first one, it's still very bendy. A lot of you guys said that, for example, most of the prints that I was sending, they got ruined after bad weather or a very nasty postman. So I realized that the best idea was to change and improve the quality of the packing, so you guys had a better experience with my shop. That is the mojo, I think. An extra mojo for the online shop, always improving the experience of the customer. And then I chose these envelopes because they are, even though they're not the perfect envelope, they are, I don't know if you can tell, but they're cardboard envelopes and they're quite sturdy. And I realized so far this is the best envelope ever. I'm going to leave all the links down below, guys, in case you want to in case you want to test or try the envelopes that I'm using and the art supplies that not the art supplies, but the shop supplies that I'm using for my shop, because I want to share all this knowledge with you guys. If I can give you the awesome shop triangle, I think the base for a nice and successful shop will be to have an awesome post system. I remember when I was living in Chile, I love my country to death, but a problem that we have in Chile is that we don't have the best post system. Usually, guys, if you're thinking of having an online shop, I will highly suggest you have a good post system, or at least an independent post system that can help you. The other part of the triangle, of course, is packing supplies. I know a lot of people overlook this very important step and part of the shop because it's just envelopes, you know. But a lot of the times we tend to forget that most of the time the product that we send and we ship is going to be not in our hands. I know that the print you just print or the awesome scene that you just produce, it looks amazing on your desk. But most of its life, not most of its life, but a very big part of this product's life is going to be on the hands of a postman and really bad weather and exposed to all of the elements like rain and wind. So I will highly suggest that you do some research before doing and having an online shop. So for example, are going to invest in some cardboard or some cardboard sheets that are going to protect your prints and your products. If you're transporting or you're shipping enamel pins, make sure that they are nicely protected against other products. So make sure to do some research beforehand. And the third part of this triangle is, of course, goods, the things that you're going to sell that, of course, you're going to invest a lot of time in designing and illustrating and producing. But I think the base of this awesome triangle is the awesome customer support. What I mean exactly with awesome customer support, I mean that if you're replying messages on time, if you're saying something as simple as thank you for your purchase, it makes the total difference. What do I mean also with awesome customer support? For example, good pictures. And with good pictures, guys, I don't mean necessarily that you have to be professional photographers, but that you took the time to take nice pictures with natural light, great descriptions of the product, for example, its measurements and how much does it weigh. I don't know, take the time to build a user-friendly shop. And also, I know this is not something that a lot of people think of, but setting a post office day. I go to the post office usually every Wednesday or every Friday, and that is amazing because people know exactly when I'm going to the post office. And that is something that people can rely on. If you have a schedule and you obey that schedule and you follow that schedule, people will tend to buy more from your shop. Make the human behind the shop visible to people. So we most of the times forget that there's someone behind the shop, an online shop, and people want to trust you with their money because they're trusting that they're going to pay for a service and they're going to get a service. So in the beginning, I felt very anxious about having an online shop because I didn't want people to think that I was going to run away with their money. So that was one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel, guys. I started my online shop and I realized I needed people to trust me. I wanted people to see a face behind the shop, and there was a woman with 2 cats living in Berlin back then, in a random flat and like working behind their orders and going to the post office. And I don't know why I thought that if people saw a real human nice face behind a shop, they were going to be more willing to spend their money and trusting this shop. And that in some way worked out because I realized I could do behind the scenes of my shop, or like behind the scenes, the products I was designing. If you can in some way, I mean, you don't have to have a YouTube channel, of course, but if you can make your shop more visible, like there's someone behind the shop, you can have an Instagram and upload Instagram stories showing the process behind the shop and make it more human friendly for upcoming and current customers. So you guys want to see why I haven't done an office tour? I know it's something that you really want to see, but this is the truth. This is the glamorous life of Fran. So this is, oh my God, this is my office right now. And I wanted to be super honest about it because this is where I usually work. And I have my calendars over there. And then this is the place where I film my videos and I draw. As you can see, Capture Sakura is holding my mirror. And usually this was the space where I used to do all my shop orders. As you can see, I have a couple of boxes filled with journals and other shop products and recyclables, and this is it. But I wanted to show you this, guys, because I really want to show you how you can separate your space, like your office, from an office space. So come on with me. So so this is my new shop, online shop space. This is as real as it can be. This is Ariel. Look at her. Okay. So we are right now in my kitchen, and this is the new space that I set for my online shop. This used to be my sort of like dining table that I made bigger. This is an IKEA table, by the way. And those ones are pending orders from last week that I need to pack this week. And as you can see, guys, this used to be my bookshelf. I don't know the proper term, but this used to be in my room, in my office, and right now it's filled with cardboard. So what I was saying before about the cardboard orders, guys, was mainly this one. So I try to be as careful as possible with my orders, and I use this cardboard to protect orders from elements and mean postmen. And for example, here I have these ones for larger orders. I have here prints, for example. These are nice bags. These are my new pens. I don't know if I mentioned this before, guys, but I just recently launched a set of enamel pens. I never know how to say it. And I am so happy because they're so cute. And I have here stickers that I just ordered some more. And all of the rest are envelopes. I ordered those envelopes over there and these ones, but I try to be as organized as I can. And sometimes it's really hard, but you have to do the best you can with the space you have. I mean, guys, I feel I can talk about the shop and my online shop for hours, and I would love to keep like talking about this because I feel there's so many things I could say about the shop. So if you have any more online shop questions about this whole subject, please let me know in the comment section below so I can do a part 2 soon. But don't worry, don't panic. Again, most of this stuff you're going to learn it along the way, so don't feel stressed or anxious about this. Everything is going to be okay, guys. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Thank you so much to my patrons, because they are the ones, guys, who are allowing me to buy art supplies and going to museums and doing awesome stuff to improve the quality of this channel, even though right now I'm super tired and probably the quality of this channel is not that good as it used to be, but I promise everything's going to be okay once I get this coffee in my body. So have a nice day, have a wonderful week. I will see you next week as always, and yeah, bye bye, guys.